on, guys? It's your boy Money Mark here, starting off another glorious episode of the Logical Crazy Talk podcast. Of course, whenever I talk to a couple of cool fellas, lifestyle flashy.
I'm gonna get a soundboard. I swear to God, I'm gonna get a soundboard next go around.
I just think if you get a soundboard, it's just not gonna sound as cool as you think it is. That's not a pew moment.
Oh.
Drink it up, yeah! Way to pop his bubble there.
I just don't feel like that's a soundboard moment. Like I just don't think
I do. I do.
It's not a shot against him. I'm pretty sure he's super important. Okay, and then of course we got Just Tim. Always keep it calm, cool, and collective.
Hey, that's what it is.
I guess so. Yeah, all right. So guys,
Mark always hating, man.
He does. He comes on every day. It's like, how can I hate today?
I don't really do that, but all right.
Man.
So fellas, nice seeing you guys. How's things been going? Going good?
Yep.
I guess so. All right.
Making money moves.
Okay. Thank you for offering me something more than yup, Tim. I appreciate that. Anyways, so moving on, jumping right into
burn. Fuck you and all this.
So you got. I mean, we can get the soundboard. We can see how. I mean, it's just like that glow in the dark party. We'll just let you do it, and you'll figure out yourself if it's like.
Oh dang!
If it's like
you
a
see how the nigga just takes low blows. You know. What would your mom say if she saw you like that, like right now, Mark?
I don't even know the full context, and it hurt, man.
I mean, my guy, it's all good, man. We love you, man. We love you out in these streets,
man.
But anyways, guys, so yeah, man. Great day. I'm happy to record. I guess we can just jump right into this gangster shit, I guess.
Let's do it.
So, just looking at everything and looking at the political climate, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Now we're in the new era.
Hey, man, Biden has got my back.
Biden got your back, huh?
Yeah.
B. Diddy. B. Diddy got your back.
Good for him.
B. Diddy got your back. I like that. I like that energy.
Man.
Let it be known out the front gate. What about you, Chris? How you feeling?
I'm indifferent. I just don't care anymore at this point. It's like a big fucking like comedy show at this point. So I just don't care anymore.
Okay. So you don't care anymore. That's great. So Chris doesn't care. Tim feels Biden got his back. I'm more so on the edge of just like watching and waiting. I had a conversation with a couple of buddies of mine, and we're just having a heated debate on politics in and of itself. And we got to talking about the African Americans in the Democratic Party, and that's just the history of it. And then I think one of us watched one of them Hotep videos. So I think it was I think we were watching Umar Johnson. I don't think Umar Johnson considers himself to be a Hotep. But, Hotep is what Hotep does, I guess. But he got to kicking about Obama and how very similar how like we've always just kind of just aligned ourselves with the Democratic vote or whatever the case may be. And I ain't gonna lie, in that conversation, man, I kind of expressed some frustrations, and I was like, look, man, for me, like looking at the trajectory of things and how things are going, like, in a couple of years, right, I'm gonna be voting that way only because out of principle. And I'm just saying, like, if the rest of, I just feel like
voting which way? To the right?
To left. I've always traditionally voted left, but I just feel like, I don't know, man. Like for me, man, they got 4 years, man. They got 4 years to keep me. Me and my family are already in agreement. They got 4 years. They got 4 years to keep us.
Me and my family, family ordeal. Me and the whole family as a collective group.
We move as a unit.
Right.
We move as a unit, my G. I don't know about you over there.
You don't have your own opinion. We all move here. Hear me?
We talk.
Stand up huddles.
We just talk about these things.
So you're not part of the team? Get out.
Right.
No, it's not like that. I don't know about y'all.
Get the steppy.
Okay, I'll let you get it out your system. Is there anything else? Okay, thank you. All right. Anyways, no. Anyways, so me and my family will move in a unit. We talk about these things, and one of the big things for us, at least, is are we moving in the right direction? It's essentially a conversation that me and mother half oftentimes do talk about. And for us, I mean, I asked her what she thought, and she said the same thing. It's kind of like, yo, you got 4 years, man.
So
we put you there. We put you there. You got 4 years.
What's the main driver?
I say for me, the main driver is I just need to see something actionable that is solely tied towards the progression of African Americans in this country. Something actionable. Something.
I feel that. Nah.
Like something that's like, okay, in order to benefit African Americans in this community, we're doing X, Y, and Z because X, Y, and Z are going to create A, B, and C.
Great.
That's all I need.
So do you need like it to
plan.
actually be a like people have to like flourish at that point, or what are you looking for? You just need a plan.
No, actionable steps towards the right direction.
Like
I'm not one of those people. Like something that can do to alleviate jobs, opportunities, to leverage better opportunities, maybe more incentives for maybe low interest loans to creating businesses. I don't know, just something.
But what if some of those things are already done? But,
I was about to say there is something done that is like that.
I guess, yeah. Like I'm not gonna say that opportunity zones when Trump was in office was an actual thing for minority businesses, and
were they an actual thing?
I don't know.
That was an actual thing. It was definitely an actual thing.
Tell me about it.
Let's Google it real quick. We can Google
no, wait a minute.
I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to say nothing wrong. I want to Google it together.
Okay, hold on. So while you're Googling, I know Obama started some like state small business credit initiative where it basically like dumped like $1 billion into the small business sector based off of I think the black small businesses or black owned small businesses, when they were giving their pitch to the banks or whatever for financial fundings, they were only getting like 40% of what they were asking for, and our counterparts were getting 70%. So he kind of put that in place to help those small businesses get more funding, more opportunities and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it speaks directly to that type of plan, and Biden is actually.
I know Biden closed the prisons. I know Biden signed the executive order to stop supporting the private-run prisons. Essentially, that is one aspect. That
so is it going to be like a government thing at that point, or what?
The prisons.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know necessarily the exact necessary details essentially tied to that. I just know that the executive orders was for governments for the federal government to essentially stop supporting these private-owned prisons. So I don't know if these private-owned prisons are going to continue to operate without government funding, because I mean they've already made like hell shit.
Yeah. They already made their money.
They can probably operate for some time now without government assistance, essentially. But
I mean.
I'm assuming, but when the executive order is signed, and I guess this is what the research we gotta do. When the executive order is signed, essentially to move away from that, does that mean that the government, state, and federal are going to stop funneling prisoners to those locations, or
I doubt it?
Does that mean that they're no longer funding?
I think it's just a
funding situation.
Yeah, because I mean,
hey guys,
you still
in the comments. Somebody let us know. We're gonna make it this clip. Somebody let us know what does it mean, what the executive order means, and then we're gonna Google that shit, because some of y'all just be hating, and some of y'all just be hating. So we're gonna Google that shit.
Also, comment like where you guys think it should go. Like, I don't think there's like a solid direction of we should do X, Y, and Z. Like, they're still trying to figure it out, obviously, because it would already been pushed out.
Well, the private run prisons, the issue with the private run prisons is there's just an incentive. There's an overall incentive to making lots of money so you know what I'm saying? There's almost an incentive to lock up people, essentially. And I mean, obviously, if you are a society and you're chosen to lock people up willingly, you're going to lock up the undesirables. You know what I'm saying? So that just...
What you think is undesirable?
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. What you think is undesirable. So, I mean, what does that lead you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that necessarily lead you? You're going to...
No, yeah.
You're gonna pick a group of people, right? Because it's like, what's funny thing about America is that everyone gets their turn. It seems like everyone kind of gets their, well, not everyone, not everyone, but it's everyone else seems to get their turn. So it's like when you're looking at that, it's just like, you know, right now it's kind of not cool for us to be the undesirables. So you're gonna see a different class of people, maybe a different class of individuals that may get that. Like kind of like if you were brown during 9/11, you know, in that 9/11 time period.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was kind of like it was
personally
kind of
attacked?
iffy. And the thing about it is, it didn't matter if you were from
That
the
show's
Middle
crazy.
East or from the United Emirates, right? If you were
Man.
brown,
Yeah, if you look like
could
you're
be-
from that region, like
you
if
could
you
be-
stayed a year over there, like
yeah, you could
Oh,
be
yeah.
Latino a little too. It's like, wait, where are you from?
man.
So, I mean, you know, it's like, so I think by shutting down, by eventually shutting those facilities down and maybe converting those over to maybe government facilities, essentially, there's less of an incentive to essentially fill these prisons up, essentially. But what I hope is that it doesn't become just a situation where it's just the federal government who's just making money off of this.
Nah,
Because,
I mean, they always make money, but I mean, it's like they get
Right.
caught in that catch-22 of like, we have to maintain this budget. And I know Chris can talk to this because like, if you don't use that budget, you lose that budget. So like, they
Sure
get
do, buddy.
basically paid to just keep it full, keep it growing. It just ran like a business, but it's like that money could do so much good in other sectors.
All right, let's backtrack 2 seconds. The
Oh,
White
yeah,
House
the
described
Google.
the executive order as a way to direct federal investments away from expensive central business districts in favor of disadvantaged areas. The administration estimated earlier this week that opportunity funds raised $75 billion by the end of last year. The policy has been repeatedly touted as a success during the opening days of the Republican National Convention. Our goal is to rebuild homes, schools, businesses, and communities that need the most, Trump said. Now, those were opportunity zones that they raised money for. So it's like a trickle down effect, right? It's not managed by the federal level, it's managed at a state level. And that was a lot of states with, I guess, the Democratic were Democratic, were holding those funds and weren't allowing these small business to get that money.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Are you sure that's what was happening?
Yeah, I'm telling you what's happening.
So the states that were holding those funds, what were they doing? They were just holding them, or did they?
It was just
allocate
it was
them,
in order,
or-
you know. So most of the time, those funds are just handed to either like for example, HUD here in Huntsville. For my nonprofit stuff, I have to go to HUD. I'm not going to state because state basically gives all that money to HUD. HUD does all the hard work and finds who they want to give that money to.
Okay.
Right. What they're doing is making it more difficult to find that money and to get a hold of that money.
And why would the states do that?
Because they were trying to make it an unsuccessful thing.
So you feel like
So,
the
like,
states?
Pacific states?
Yeah, certain states were just holding the money. Like you can look that up. Oh, God damn it. I was looking at it. I do that for a living. Is look at those things, and that's what I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. It was more in-depth paperwork you had to do to get those funds.
So you're saying certain states were just saying no mas for no reason?
Basically, they're just like, hey, it's gonna be a little harder to get this money because we have to use this money for X, Y, and Z.
Are you sure that's not just bump like Trump folklore right there? Like, are you sure that's not?
Again, we can Google it. You keep asking questions that are Googleable.
I just want to know. Like,
I mean, if you don't want to know, you
Google,
don't want to know. That's fine.
But I mean, like that's just like
but it's the
a
craziest
back
thing in the
end kind
world,
of
though.
story, though.
Well, that's where it's like I feel like it's so hard to do anything anymore because it's like, well, that could be wrong too, and it's like, well, we have too much information to be like, oh shit, I don't know. From my experience, I didn't have a problem here. There was no problem for me receiving any type of money for anything. So I can't say that I had to go jump through hoops. But in other states, I was hearing that there's having an issue to receive those funds. Out here, being in a disadvantaged area, you get paid for that. To hire people that live in a HUD zone, you get paid for that. So it only makes more sense to hire those people.
No, I mean, listen. I only asked that just in contrast, just to be a contrarian. I mean, listen. Trump is criticized for a lot of different things. The opportunity zones are not one of the things that he gets criticized for. He doesn't get criticized for that. So, I mean, honestly, I was just, because I've always been overtly not a Trump fella. It's just, just to, just for sake of argument, I figure I just ask the questions. I mean, like I said,
what did my man from Snowfall say? What you said you don't like Trump because of the way he talks, right?
No, I feel that Trump's presence.
It's not just the way he talks. I'll be damned.
Just because you don't like how none of it talks.
No.
You don't like the way another nigga talk to you? Drive, nigga.
No. I understand that. I know a lot of y'all have subscribed to that mentality of like, well, it doesn't matter what he's doing as long as blah 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 blah. I feel like with Trump, my two issues with Trump are very simplistic. It has nothing really necessarily to do like say what you want. For me, I feel that he galvanizes a group of individuals. I'm not sure if it's by purpose or by accident. I honestly feel some of this stuff just kind of happened over happenstance, but he galvanized a certain group of individuals. And I feel that could be a little dangerous. And number two, I mean, I think he did a poor job of handling the coronavirus.
I don't know. Might have.
And
I don't care about the
and
people
all of
thing.
those.
That's what I kind of enjoy that. Like I enjoy knowing where my people lay. Like before it was a secret. Like, oh man, I don't want. Now it's like if you're racist, you're racist. At least I know not you're racist. I get it now. I see you. Like I'd much rather that.
That's true.
Then you come behind my back and just punch me in the throat.
But it's okay to speak out. But like if you feel empowered, that creates scenarios like what we see, because that creates scenarios like the Capitol building, bro. The cats feel like they can pop off like under the whatever. Like listen, whatever you want to say.
What is so
about
wrong with that? Like, does that hurt? I guess it might hurt someone. It doesn't bother me
it can create a domino effect.
A ripple.
If these situations keep happening, there's going to be someone that's going to come and reply to that. And then you just create more and more conflict.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. The more and more conflict, will solve more and more problems.
It's not conflict.
You're gonna start one thing, we'll start another. It
just escalates, and it's just like a one up, bro. And then like, how do you one up like KKK versus killing everybody? And then it's funny.
It's funny he's saying that because he lives in a state where the ghost of the Confederacy was born. Like, what are you talking?
Listen, I don't care. That stuff doesn't bother me. That never bothers me. If the KKK ran down the street right now, just don't touch me. If you come to my house, I understand what comes with it, but you have to understand what comes with it too.
Why'd you leave the gym? Why'd you leave the gym that one day?
I didn't have my gun on me.
Why'd you leave the gym that one day?
If I would have had my gun on me, I never thought to bring my gun to the gym. Now I do.
Okay.
But before I was like, shit. And something popped up. I can't handle this one right now. Because by the time I get to my truck, if there's a bunch of them outside, that'd be some motherfucking bullshit. I'm taking somebody out with me.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of it, but I want a fair fight.
All right, well then, cool. So you got stay strapped then, I guess.
I'm okay with that. Stay strapped, nigga.
Jesus said stay strapped. If that's how you want to live, just the way I'm looking at it is like this. I feel like I think racial tensions can be used as a distraction for other people to do X, Y, and Z. And whenever people want to do some sinister shit, politicians want to do some sinister shit, it's always create a race scenario. And I feel like for us as individuals who are prepping to be the new leaders moving forward, I just feel like we have to get to a point where we're smarter than the antics. Because these are just antics.
It won't be. The media thing throws everything off.
Nah, you can though. Like you have to just build like a transparency of what they're doing. Like your statement of certain states are holding back fundings. Like if that shit's transparent, like it should be, because it's at a federal level, like everybody should be able to basically track what you're doing, where it went. If you allow that or you put that into play, like it eliminates any underdoing or like.
Yeah,
there's a point of personal responsibility, and it is also a point of like responsibility of those up top. If we have leaders, if we have individuals that we're supposed to be, the people that we elect that are stoking these flames in order to receive whatever selfish means that they're trying to get, because ultimately speaking, I don't view Trump as a racist. I view Trump as an opportunist. opportunist, and I feel
100.
like that is more dangerous. Like I'd rather Trump be just a Confederate flag waving stark racist because he's willing to do whatever to get whatever. Like all Trump sees is his like vision of him being this ultimate whatever.
But isn't that everyone's ultimate goal in the end of the day?
No.
I mean, it shouldn't be. If you're sitting in that seat, it shouldn't be.
But even if you're sitting there, you thought of yourself that highly, but I'm trying to sit in that seat because I have another goal here or where I'm trying to run. Like, we as people have to go, well, I wouldn't want that there. But we decided that's what we wanted.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't.
I didn't decide that. But. Yeah.
But I'm saying the majority of people.
The college.
No, I mean, but listen, Trump took advantage. Trump took advantage of a lot, and this is one of the reasons why I said what I said in regards to the Democratic Party. And this is just an active thing, and I feel that there's a lot of African Americans across the country that are starting to feel that way. Trump took advantage of a group of individuals that felt like they were being ignored. We were in an age of progression. We're in the age of all these things were happening.
He did the same thing Obama kind of did.
Of what?
Yeah.
There are tons of people that said, I'm only voting for Obama because he's black. They didn't know shit about what's going on.
That's
a lot of people, but a lot of people were like, I wouldn't vote against him.
You're right.
But a lot of people said, whether he was right or wrong about what he was trying to, his agenda, they were like, I'm voting for Obama.
Yeah, but that's an oversimplification.
I would never be there. It was like, I want to be part of history, so I'm voting for Obama.
Chris, that's an oversimplification. You are correct, but the reason why you're correct
I'm just
is you're not saying it. No, that's not. But when you oversimplify it, it makes it stupid. It makes it simplified. It is the same thing. It is the same thing, but I mean, you can't like put it out there in that oversimplification. Like basically what Trump did, like similar to Obama. Obama saw a population of individuals that felt unrepresented. And same thing as Trump, he felt that population and he basically spoke to that base. That's it. And that is a proper oversimplification of what's being said. But to be like, oh, did they just vote for him because he's black? That's not what everybody did. Some people voted for him because it felt like a change.
Yeah. I felt like most people voted for
Obama. And Obama spoke to individuals who have not just black people, but individuals that felt they were ignored. So that's what it is.
Basically what you just said.
Okay. But you just said people just vote for Obama because he's black, and I didn't vote for him because
you didn't like the way I said it. That's okay, man. I understand.
No, words mean things, Chris. No, words mean things.
I got it.
They mean things. I don't know. They mean things. I don't know.
Understood.
So I just feel like a lot of, like I said, like I was saying, I feel like there's a lot of African Americans are starting to feel the same way. I mean, say what you want about Candace. I don't particularly subscribe to Candace Owens' mantra, but some of the things that are being said are somewhat accurate. I do believe that for a long extended period of time, the Democratic Party has always assumed that we're just going to vote for them. And because of that, there's this kind of like, it's like, I feel like they want to, I feel like even now they're realizing there's a growing problem because of the Candace Owenses and all these other black people that are just emerging, that they're not used to dealing with these black folks coming out of nowhere saying that they're not the party of X, Y, and Z. They're just not used to it. And then now you got black people, prominent, I guess, semi-prominent black people basically just discussing Obama and discussing how that presidency probably wasn't the best thing for African Americans and giving their opinions on it. For the first time, the Democratic Party is like looking like, okay, we may not necessarily have them anymore. So you're starting to see like they're trying to do certain things, but oftentimes it just feels like Band-Aids, right? Like at the end of the day, internally, I want to support a black woman, but at the same time, there are things. If you look into Kamala Harris, like there are things.
I mean, that's
that you may not necessarily agree with.
Black men in jail.
That's anybody.
When she was in like Senate.
Everybody did some dirt.
No, see, listen. Everyone has done some dirt, but sometimes people have aligned themselves very negatively.
They align themselves with what?
And then you go, okay, so forward. What has changed now?
Just what Trump did. But now? it's weird we have to pick and choose. Like I think that's what kind of is like we pick and choose. Some people are okay. We can say it's okay that they had to go through what they had to go through. But others that do it, they're opportunists. And they're like, oh, I did this. You're like, oh, that's wrong for you to do it. That's what I feel like we pick and choose those people.
No, I mean words.
Yeah.
I just think words mean things, Chris. I think that's one of the things. Like you choose to ignore whatever.
No,
that
no,
fellow
I'm
said.
talking about just like
Nah,
when you just were
in
talking about
general.
the opportunity, like Trump's an opportunist. You could say the same thing about the vice president. She
Yes.
might have been an opportunist. So, but in
I
her
mean, you know.
in everyone else's mind, it goes, that's okay for her because she's trying to move forward and get to here and do this. And she became the first woman African American vice president. So it's okay. But
Well,
Nah,
someone
nah,
else
she
does
got
it, it's like, oh
a
no.
lot of
Yeah,
flack for that.
but there's certain people that are like, no. We can't look at that. We have to just look at all the positives here.
I feel, in my personal opinion, I feel that the natural sway of politics, people understand there's a give and take. So sometimes if you're looking at a career politician, that career politician is going to fall on some negative sides, on some votes, on some things that you're not necessarily going to agree with. You look, so what people naturally do when they look at their politicians, they look at the general focus of where they've sided on, which votes, and then they pick, okay, if I'm going to side with this one or not. So that's why with career politicians, there is certain allowances that are given because at the end of the day, it's give and take, especially if you're in a house, especially if you don't have the House or you don't have the Senate. It's hard to get bills passed. There's a lot of different nuances that come across. So sometimes your favorite senator, your favorite presidential candidate, whoever the case may have fallen on the wrong side on certain votes. So you look at that and you go, okay, so all right, so you fucked that one up, but you got these other 4 right. So okay, I'm willing to rock with it. The issue with Trump is that this is his first time doing any of this. So Trump, there's no like, he just came and just promised a whole bunch of just wild ass shit. Like
He
Trump
did
has
a lot
done
of
some
stuff
things,
though. He did a
and
lot of stuff.
and there's a lot of shit he didn't do.
Yeah, I was about to say like he's like
there's a
top
lot
10,
of shit he didn't.
his top 10 that like sold everybody. Like
I mean,
I don't think.
Trump just.
I don't know what his
so
top 10
obvious.
was, but that's like as far as business wise, he did a shit ton.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, he made his money.
He made his money, and like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, the economy, like we discussed last.
I'm biased because I'm only looking at it from one lens. So
what's that one lens?
Just business, like
the money,
the situation stock wise and all that shit was just different.
I mean,
the years he was in office, more people make more money in their IRA accounts and in their 401ks than any other time. Like it was like crazy, like 13-14% every year.
And that's it. And is that the only thing that matters?
The normal. Well, no, that's just one thing that most people just have, like without having to do anything. That's one thing you just have. The effect of it just touched you. No, different things like just for what? What do you mean?
I mean, is that the only thing that you look towards in regards to like,
business? No, how do I put more money in my pocket? Yes, that's what I look towards. How am I going to put more money in my pocket?
So the general progression of your brothers and sisters doesn't.
No, there's too many people that aren't going to be collective in the first place. So I don't stand a chance in that. You can wish and hope, and I think a lot of people have wishes and hopes, but I don't live off that.
So I like that. That's very honest because speaking to our culture, like I feel like there is like a little rift in the camaraderie of supporting each other in that kind of manner.
I mean, there's always been a rift. There's a lot of people who have certain nuance. I mean, there's the thought process of.
So why do I postpone what I have going on to be in a riffraff? Like that doesn't matter. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Because
what do you mean?
I mean, it has to start.
If I knew that we had some
type
of goal, like in some type of direction, I would go, okay, cool. I can understand sacrificing, but there is none. We don't really know what we're doing. So it's like, you want me to sacrifice what I have going on to not know?
I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's a cool argument. I'll be honest with you. And, while, I think you're a cool fella and I have lots of love for you, oftentimes that very vernacular, that very phrase or sentence you just said is oftentimes almost kind of like a cop-out because in and of itself, there's always going to be work in progress. You're never going to have a whole united X, Y, and Z. And oftentimes African Americans have a tendency to do this thing where it's like, well, back in the day, there was clear leaders to do and so on and so forth. And when we have that, that's when it's like, well, I mean, in the basic.
What do you suggest? What is the suggestion then? Like, what do you suggest?
Start small, stay local, keep moving.
Okay, let's start small. What do you start small at?
I mean, listen,
anything you do.
For Chris, specifically for you, Chris, you have a lot of knowledge in regards to the financial sector, as far as economics, as far as starting a business, as far as doing that. So you can affect your individual small community. Maybe you can mentor some kids.
Yeah, but I can still do that without changing my vote, or like what makes more sense to me.
I mean, Chris, I'm not talking about, okay, so, you know, in the essence of that, if you're talking about pure politics, let's keep it real. This is what I tell everybody. If we're talking about the moral sense of the actual struggle and affecting the actual struggle and creating a better environment for everyone that looks like us, that's what you do. Start small, start local, keep moving. That's what you do. In regards to like your own voting premises or whatever, I've always told you I disagree with your politics, but you're in a different position than I am. And I understand that. So if you vote right, if you do vote at all, if you vote, I'm not going to expose if you do or not, but if you do vote at all,
go vote, kids.
If you do vote at all, right, and if you vote right and you own a small business, hey, at the end of the day, politics have always been about how it benefits you as an individual. And you can look at it as you as the individual, or as you as the individual race, or you as the individual community, you as the individual religious group, whatever. But it's you how it benefits you. So that's how you vote. In my opinion, that's how I was always taught how to vote. What benefits us? If I own a small business and I don't want to pay taxes, hey, I might be a Republican a lot faster than before, because that's just the proper way. That's just the proper way.
I feel like we all have a responsibility to help the community. Yeah,
but
that's something we have to do.
But let me say this: if you're voting on ideals, you're an asshole and probably a dumbass, because they don't believe any of that shit. So if you are voting because that president stands for righteousness, you should be muffed. You're wasting people like you are the reason why we can't get progression moving, because at the end of the day, oftentimes what ends up happening is that a politician is going to tell you anything.
But it's not their fault though. Like, it is convoluted process of, oh, watch this hand while I do this hand, and I don't really know how those processes or acts are created, so I don't really know who to address. Like, do I address my local Congress? Do I, like, people don't know the full process of who do I actually need to go to actually be heard.
And I feel you, and I agree with you 100%. And I'll even double down. I think one of the reasons why, you know, oftentimes where we are is because we don't necessarily participate. I don't. Like, I'll tell you right now, I don't. We don't participate in the local elections, right? Like, we're so late to it that now we're only focused on the presidential. Now, over time, it looks like we're now starting to focus on a lot of the local elections. And now you're seeing a lot of the Black news mediums are starting to speak out about vote for local election and, you know, bring awareness to times of voting, because I mean, that's what affects your true day to day. So you're starting to see that rise in consciousness. And like I said, man, it takes time, right? It takes time. Like, if you stop a generation of individuals from voting for centuries and then all of a sudden give them a right to vote, it's going to take some time for individuals to finesse it the proper way.
Right.
All I'm saying for myself is that for me, I'm just no longer voting off the strength of just like lip service. Like, I need more than lip service. I need just actionable things. Like, I'm actually going to look at your policies, what you do, and see, okay, at the end of the day, like, okay, you had 4 years. What have you done? And if you have not done that, and I probably should have done that before the 2024 elections. I probably should have done that, but I'll say for myself, like, that's the lane I'm on now. Like, I can't just like, hey, especially like, look, especially if I continue to move in the trajectory where I see myself moving, I'm gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like, well, hey fellas, like, you know, yeah, Kamala Harris is cool. You know, it's cool that she likes Converse, but if nothing moves at the end of this, then it is what it is. Like, we have to, you know, call a spade, like it is what it is. Like, you just can't just toss something out there. Like, I just feel like every other community is just like this. They always try to give something more tangible, but it's like they always put like the dancing man in front of us first. Like, okay, go ahead.
Like
Let's see if they take it.
What's it? The platinum platinum plan,
The
or
platinum
the
That was a damn good plan, boy.
or Biden.
That was a damn good plan, boy.
I mean, it sounded good, but I mean, there was no.
I was just wondering. There was
like,
no actionable steps.
Yeah, like
And that's what I was wondering. There
it
was
sounded
actionable
good, but
steps,
I don't.
but
There
was
were
actionable
steps to it, but it sounded really, really good.
I was just trying to figure out how
No,
was
it
he going to
did.
convince all these businesses to come
It was like-
stateside? Because that's the only way that works. Like the only way
Because
we
it makes it
down,
because
I mean,
because he's gonna make it cheaper to come back to just build
Stateside?
things in America. Yes, like right now you can go overseas and to
It's-
build a widget means it's cents. It's like a couple cents to do it. Over here it's dollars because you have so much that goes into it.
But even if he makes it cheaper, I mean, like the cost that it takes to come,
You
up
get
in
tax
operations,
credits and all that
I mean,
shit out here.
I guess.
So
I mean,
it
would he
makes
be
it
able to
more-
do that in 4 years?
If you're a
In
small
4 years?
business, if you're a small business or a startup, right, it makes more sense to just start here. Now, if you're Apple, you're not gonna you'll start little plants here, but you're not just gonna be like, all right, guys, pack it up and come back. No, if you're a small business, it just makes more sense to start here. So
basically,
he create that with small businesses. Then just like the pillow guy.
So basically, he was hoping that there's going to be a whole bunch of new startup businesses that are going to start manufacturing.
Yeah,
in
he
the
was.
United States.
It was easier to start up a small business with Trump underneath Trump because everything was a lot cheaper and it was a lot easier. The process was a lot easier. It still is right now, unless some things have changed. But it was just easier. If you're like a manufacturer, it was cheaper because you got credits.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know if the process was easier because I know for us it didn't change at all.
What do you mean?
Like the steps to getting you're talking about like financial fundings for small business, right?
Yeah. What kind of business was it?
It was, let's see, my homeboy has a barbershop.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that for Negro businesses. No.
it was more for, I don't want to say barbershops aren't important, but like what was he trying to accomplish with that? Like, just like funding wise, like does he have good credit? I mean, these things still play a part.
I'm saying.
So why wouldn't he not have good credit, Chris?
I'm just saying because he's like, it made it hard. Listen.
Chris?
Listen, if you have a 670 and above credit score, you can literally start a business and get a credit card and damn near have a $50,000-$60,000 limit. Easy.
Right.
Like that's easy.
So I mean,
I'm not sure why he would have any issue.
No, I'm saying like they didn't.
So
they didn't have issues, and it was the same process before Trump.
I was looking mainly at like more government contract companies.
Oh, gotcha.
Or construction, right? Like if you're building something, Trump took out a lot of loops. Like there are a lot of things you had to do to start building things that he just took away because they just didn't make sense. And he knows they didn't make sense because he used to try to build buildings and he was building all that shit at a time. And there's like different construction laws and rules that you have to.
He didn't want to abide by the zoning.
So he basically, he took a lot of that shit out, right? And then just a lot of like things like when you're supposed to get funded every year. He was like, why do you come back every year? Come back every 4 years. Like small things like that just kind of just makes life easier for people. He did.
Yeah. Well, listen, one thing will be said. For me, Biden's on the clock. You're on the clocks. You're on the clock, brother. You're on the clock.
Anybody going forward should be on the clock, for real.
Okay. Well, as long as we in agreement, my people. As long as we in agreement. Like I said, as long as you, just so I can say it again, as long as we in all agreement, my brothers and sisters, all agreement, one voice, one sound, one microphone, in the wind, by myself, in the cold, all day. We're gonna go night night. I ain't gonna say it. The rest of it. There you go. I guess. Hopefully that joke landed. Anyways, so moving on to more lighter topics. Because I think that's when we usually get in our bag, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then we gotta give you guys something a little, so something you can chew on to. So
politics, yeah,
politics. But anyways, so me and the fellas had a conversation a long time ago that the audience is not privy to. As we all know, Lifestyle Flashy is a Little Wayne stand. Look at him.
Is a Lil Wayne what?
Stan. You know what a stan is?
Lil Wayne Stan. Okay, I'll take that. Fuck
Hello.
it. All right.
Look, Eminem.
Dear Wayne, I called you and you still ain't wrote. I sent 2 letters back in August. You must not have got it.
There you go, Lil Wayne Stan. So Chris is definitely a Lil Wayne Stan. So which is fine. I mean, we all have our guys, right? We do. I'm a Nas Stan. For whatever reason. So we had a conversation, and in the conversation, delusion set in, and I felt like we have to bring it to you guys. Let you guys be the judge. So I came out with a very clear, logical statement that anybody should be able to catch, right? Easy. Lil Wayne was great. He was great for his time being. But if we have to look at Drake, Drake is just better than he is. This is not even like a conversation.
Damn fool.
This is not even
You
honestly
damn fool.
it's not even a conversation. It's not. Like Lil Wayne is
How's
cool.
it not a conversation? Okay, let's get into it.
That was definitely a conversation. So
It's definitely a conversation.
let's I'll play the judge here. I'm about to
No, you don't get to play the judge because you couldn't play the judge when we had the conversation. We're gonna let
What do you mean?
our community play the judge. Hopefully they actually respond.
We still have to have our, we have to have our own conclusion though. Our conclusion has
Right.
come to an end at some point.
No, our
Exactly.
conclusion was
Hey, Tim,
Chris is a
you
stan,
hit the
and
point.
maybe I just like Drake a little bit more. Maybe I'm a little Wayne.
Oh, he's not a okay, whatever. He doesn't suck Drake's dick, whatever.
Mm,
Anyways,
He's just better. He's just better. So sir, is that what you're doing for Lil Wayne?
I just like Lil Wayne better than that.
Okay.
I said, here's what I said. I said,
Okay.
you can't consider Drake to be better than Lil Wayne because Wayne created Drake. Right?
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. In Drake's mind, right? It's like how Kobe said it.
Definitely
Kobe's like,
incorrect.
I could never ever say I'm better than Michael because I learned everything I know from Michael. Right? So he hated those conversations. So I'm sure Drake does the same thing. Without Wayne, Drake didn't have the opportunity.
Compare those two though.
Okay, so
You can't
I'm not
compare
saying what Drake feels is better. I'm pretty sure Drake feels Lil Wayne is better, and he's wrong, and that's fine.
Okay,
He's wrong.
Why is Drake
He
better?
can be wrong.
Get into it. Why is Drake better?
I just feel like if you look at the whole volume of all his albums, even his mixtape work, right? I think the mixtape work, I would say that Lil Wayne has definitely a way stronger.
How many mixtapes does Drake have?
How many in total? I don't remember all.
Mm.
Because there's like the little.
Does
Michael
he have more
ones
than
that
Wayne?
were
I don't think he does.
Official
Well,
mixtapes.
nah.
No, and that's why I said. I think Lil Wayne's mixtape run is
So-
part of his legendary.
Okay,
status.
Chris. 1 point for the mixtape. However, 1 point for Drake because Lil Wayne didn't start his career. Drake started his own career.
Yes,
Hey,
he was already
Degrassi?
popping. No, he was already popping beforehand.
Yeah.
He was
I mean,
with-
and
So
he
far
has
so far gone.
acting.
He was in Texas and he started with Jay Prince's son. Jay Prince's son found him. And
Okay.
he's like, I can't do nothing with this man because he's from Canada. Wayne had the vision for Drake because no one else did.
Lil Wayne, no, Drake was bubbling already.
Yeah.
Drake
Okay,
was already bubbling.
But would he have
When did you
gone
hear
as
Replacement
far?
Girl? When did you hear Replacement Girl?
Ooh,
I
shit.
Okay,
don't know.
shut up.
That was
What was the
intense.
song with Trey Songz? What was the song?
2006, right?
No.
That's Replacement Girl.
Replacement
No,
Girl.
that's another joint. That's a Canada. Trey Songz.
That's when I first got on Drake.
Trey
I think my
Songz and Drake.
2008 when I first got to college.
I'm So Fly is a different. It's with another dude.
That's when I first got on Drake. That's when I was like, oh, he's
2006, 2006, 2008. When did So Far Gone drop?
2008,
So Far Gone, it didn't drop.
2007, 2008. I was in college when he dropped. Like my first year because I went back to Nebraska and that's when I found out who he was.
2009.
Okay, 2009.
2009.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense. I told you.
so 2006. 2006. I think it was like 2005. Replacement Girl dropped. It was a nice little song.
It was
If you listen, honestly, all the things that make Drake hot are not necessarily Wayne related. His producer is the nigga that's always been making his beats, 40. It's He could always sing. He could always
all
rap.
I'm saying is Wayne gave him
a platform to stand on.
Yeah.
the edge that
to
said
elevate.
A platform to stand on.
hey, he has to be cool, because when he
I
got
would
on the
argue-
same song with Wayne and he could hold his own, we all said, who is this nigga? That's exactly what everyone did at that point when he was
I think
on.
you said that. I think you more said that.
What was that? What was that fucking? I forgot what that song was when Wayne goes through the alphabet, but Drake is on there, and I remember I really didn't know.
You talking
who
about
Drake
Ransom?
was.
Talking about
Ransom,
Ransom.
and I was just like, yo, Drake. I was like, I would listen to that whole song, and I was like, yo, Drake, he's actually kind of nice, because I actually listened to this whole fucking song and not speed through his part and get to Wayne's part.
Okay,
Now,
so
why Wayne's better is Wayne had a crazy fucking run, like back for years straight. From 2003 to
are you willing to have an honest
2006.
conversation about this?
So
Are
now
you
we're
willing to have an honest conversation about this?
Yeah. Hold on. Now we're switching to the topic of runs.
Okay. Drake's run is obviously longer, but we're not gonna.
2006, 2015.
Since 2009, like we're gonna start 2009. Drake's run is obviously long. Like it's long.
It's still going.
I'm talking about
ongoing.
Drake doesn't come out with. He does not come out with this
because it's not the
quantity
mixtape
of songs.
It's not the mixtape.
It's not even
era.
about. It's not even about mixtapes.
Yeah.
It's not even about mixtape. But
it was
we're talking
mixtapes.
about eras. Then that's different. Then we're talking about eras because he's gonna have more.
Quality albums, yes, he is.
No, fuck
have more quality
he
albums.
He has more songs.
He doesn't have more quality albums.
The way that we look at the way we listen to music now has changed. So he has had more hits because we listen to music different. You had to sell albums with Wayne. You don't have to do that anymore. So it's different. You can't count them the same.
What you mean?
But Wayne,
streams in like back in the day, we had to buy the actual album, right?
Okay, so
that's how people billboards was based off your album. Now it's based off streams, and it's like they try to make it comparable to be like 150 streams would be like one album sell.
Gotcha.
But it's not the same.
But also, Drake. I mean, I feel like Lil Wayne should have had the business instead of going on that tangent of mixtapes. He should have put it into albums.
No, the business is that was better than albums.
He couldn't. Tim. That's what happened. He couldn't. He's about to say some bullshit. He couldn't. That's why all those mixtapes came out. Because Carter 4 took forever. Like he couldn't release albums. His business, the financial business wasn't correct. And that's why you had that whole stream of mixtapes, because Lil Wayne couldn't release albums.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
It is the whole basis of the Pusha T.
The quantity of music that Lil Wayne put out, right, is insane. That's all.
That's fine.
I don't care about. We're not talking about business.
Because he was pumping out
talking
mixtapes.
about the music.
We're
talking about the music. We're not talking about business.
Yeah, we haven't moved on.
Okay, and I'm just saying
we're talking
quantity of music. The quantity of music Wayne put out in his run, no one has been able to do that.
So basically, you're saying the quantity of Wayne jumping on songs and dropping mixtapes, no one's been able to do that. Essentially, what you're saying.
Listen, if he was just doing that and it was all shitty, okay, Mark. You're gonna sit there and tell me all those mixtapes. You didn't listen to those mixtapes, my nigga. Like, come on, man.
I'm not saying
you whack, man.
But I was outside. I was outside.
No, I did.
I was outside.
Chill out.
I was outside. I didn't listen to him, but I was outside, so I know what everybody else was doing.
Well, Mark, maybe that's why your opinion is dumb.
No, my opinion is not dumb. My opinion is not dumb because you haven't been able to refute anything I'm saying. First and foremost,
I'm telling you, his run, quantity of music. If you're not going to listen to it, how can you say someone's better if it's something that you're not listening to?
Because at the end of the day, Chris, I was outside, so I know what's being played. I know what, like, I heard the album.
You personally did not like it.
I heard the album.
I like Drake. I enjoy Drake.
But I can
Drake was a whole soundtrack to like half of my college career.
But I'm not like you though, Chris. I can listen to music objectively and say that is a good song. It's just not for me. It's very easy for me to do that. I can go, okay, that's a good song.
So you're trying to say that his songs they just weren't for you?
They weren't for me, but I'm not arguing about what's for me. I'm arguing about what's
okay.
better.
So they weren't good songs.
What is collectively
mixtapes
better?
Weren't good songs.
I didn't say they were. If you let me make my point, I can make my point. First and foremost, Lil Wayne's run, right? Lil Wayne's run was done in a vacuum. A lot of times people don't like to admit that or whatever.
What do you mean by a vacuum, man?
It was done in a vacuum. There was no one else. There was no one else. Lil Wayne was the only one spitting.
What
there was really no one else. Name them. 50 was done.
Fat Joe.
Jay-Z was done.
No. 50 Cent.
Jay-Z was done. 50 was done.
No, he wasn't. The
50 was
Massacre came
definitely
out
done.
the same. No, he wasn't. The Massacre came out the same time the Carter 2 came
When
out.
do you start? No, it did not.
The
Carter 2
Massacre came out. The Massacre
No, it
came
did
out in
not.
2000.
No, it did not.
When did the Massacre
So
come out?
I would say T.I. though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Ti.
T.I.
Hold on,
And
hold
what
on,
album?
hold on.
What album was T.I. on around the time Lil Wayne came out? I believe T.I. was on King.
From 2005 to 2015, you're trying to tell me that there's no one else in the music business?
I mean, I'm telling
Is that
you,
what you just said? 2005 to 2015.
Is that what you fixed your lips?
I'll wait, Chris.
Right?
I'll wait, Chris. I'll wait. You done? Okay, like I said, Lil Wayne operated in the vacuum. Essentially, the South had just took it over. Snap music was the livest thing out. Crunk music was the livest thing out. No one was really like the number one artist at the time was Jeezy, T.I. What else?
Okay, we just said there's no one out. There's no one out there. So Jeezy wasn't it.
Kanye. That's it. Lil Wayne.
The Massacre dropped in 2005.
Okay. And when did Carter 2 drop?
No.
Carter 2, that was
2008.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know my fucking dates. We can go album for album. So Far Gone. What are you comparing that to? What So Far Gone?
So Far Gone?
What piece So Far Gone?
So Far Gone that was a mixtape, wasn't it?
It's an album.
That wasn't an album.
It
was like
it's an album now.
It was an album now.
It's an album now.
You can compare that to the Carter 2. Shit.
Okay. So
It had more. So I can guarantee the Carter 2 had more hits than So Far Gone.
Okay, name it. You wanna go?
The Carter 2? Oh no! Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah. Hey, don't worry about
it. All right. You wanna go?
My fact check.
The Mob, Fly In. Money on My Mind. Fireman, best rapper alive. Hit 'em up. Hustler Music. Receipt. Shooter. I'm a D-boy and The Fly Out. All those were amazing songs on the album. Go ahead.
That album slapped.
No.
It did. But
So Far Gone. Go ahead.
Drake had some.
He did too.
I'm pulling out my track list.
Okay, yeah.
My track list.
Shit, wasn't ready, nigga, huh?
No. Successful. Okay. Houston Line to Vegas.
2.
Bria's Interlude.
Interlude? You're counting an interlude?
I mean, it's a 2-minute song.
Whatever.
It's a 2-minute song.
That's 3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
All right. Sooner Than Later.
4.
Brand New.
5.
Night Off.
6. Okay, that was 6. I just named like 10.
Successful.
So I would.
That's 7. I just named like 10.
See the numbers compared, but
I just named 10.
I mean,
and they're all good.
Okay, so you want to go track for track?
You just said that. Did you not?
I mean, you want to go? I mean, like no, I mean, like
album, like
you just add
album. Okay, so you did. So
okay.
So what's better? It's Tim, album for album.
I would say album for album.
All right, so give him Carter 2. So give him Carter 2 over So Far Gone. That is
next one.
We can definitely do that.
Now we can do mixtapes too, right?
No.
No,
We're gonna do albums.
No.
We're gonna do albums.
We have to do mixtapes.
We're gonna do
Mixtapes have to count for them. Mixtape have to count. That's not fair. Mixtape have to count.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to quantify mixtapes because they didn't have like a legit,
they have to be official mixtapes.
Like,
they have to be official mixtapes.
Yeah,
so
they're all official. What are all of them are official. The Drought 1, 2, 3. No
like
ceilings.
Official, but it's not like something you can like actually like quantify. Like this one hit, I don't know, double platinum because like back in the day or around that time, like people were like bootlegging.
But
oh shit.
This is how terrible Drake is because that nigga's off now. That's how we know that nigga's off.
Hold on. We're not gonna do album sales. We're not gonna do album sales because it'd be an unfair argument.
Yeah, obviously.
For 5 to 10 years, your homeboy couldn't make albums.
Damn.
He had better album sales. I give him that. Drake had better album sales, 100%.
But I'm just saying, like, if you compare the quality of those albums to Lil Wayne's
work, we're looking at
better.
Drake's body of work. Drake's body of work versus Lil Wayne's body of work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't compare the two. That's why I was like, Drake. Lil Wayne is not as good as Drake. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Lil Wayne is better than Drake.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Body of work. I mean, like, what would you? What
so
components would you?
So the only way for the years that he's been rapping, right? Everything he's put in is what I'm looking at. Like for years, that's all we heard.
what components of his body of work?
He can only talk about the mixtapes too. That's all he can talk.
I can talk about his albums and
he can only talk
mixtapes.
about the dedication.
He went into rock music. Does Drake go into rock music? He went into a whole rock thing.
And that album
failed.
And that album sucked.
He did try, so I'll give him that.
He did try it.
But the album sucked.
But Wayne was so hot that he could do that.
But the album sucked. I don't care.
He still had a good song on there, though.
Okay. Was it?
All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
The album still sucked. Drake went into the UK. He went into dance hall. He went into Afrobeat. Like, so what are you talking about?
It's hard to compare the body of the works because it's like Wayne did have like that full underground and everything, but how Drake did it, it was on another stage because he was already on stage.
Lil Wayne didn't do no collaboration albums with Future. He didn't do that.
And then he already had like a little.
That's the other part. Is like without that stage, it's like is Drake still Drake? That's the only thing I'm like, yo, you can't say that he's better because like Wayne gave him the stage.
But you can't take that away from him because he did it for himself on Degrassi.
I understand.
So like all the kids,
that. It's like a millionaire, right? That's like a millionaire putting y'all on, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna Frenchie your cash up front. Now you could blow it, or you could take that and make billions, right? Without that one person, you wouldn't get to where you're going.
But we can
objectively look at you do. That's not. We can objectively
look at you do and decide what is better. Like Bill Russell is great, but so is Anthony Davis. So are you telling me because Bill Russell stepped the stage that Anthony Davis would bust Bill Russell's ass in his prime? Anthony Davis would probably bust Bill. He can do more. The nigga can shoot threes. He can dribble the ball. He can hit step backs.
But that's what happens as you go like.
So it's called evolution.
Evolution. That's all it is. That's it.
Saying Drake is better than Lil Wayne is not a knock on Lil Wayne. It's never a knock on Lil Wayne.
That's true.
I mean, let's be honest.
That's how I take it. It's a knock on Lil Wayne.
Because you're a stan. And you're emotionally invested in this argument. All I'm saying is that when I pull up these albums and I'm looking at them in totality, I'm just like, sorry.
Go for your next. Go to your next album. Go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, I'm not even gonna do Thank Me Later. I'm not even gonna do
Go Thank Me Later. Go ahead. Do your albums. Come on. Let's do your album.
Take Care. We can do Take Care.
Okay.
We can do Nothing. Nothing Was the Same. We can do More to Life. We do Views. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah, Take Care was a hell of an album.
Start to finish. Start to finish. Carter 3 can't beat Take. Would you rather listen to Carter 3 or Take Care?
No, because I have a different investment in Take Care.
But if you take away all the bullshit that
I can't do that. Like music holds a period of time. That's what makes music important.
All right. Well, to explain to the audience, Chris's affinity for Take Care. Take Care. When me and Chris were in college, we used to party promote, and then we had a clothing line. And essentially, the soundtrack to everything that we did, coincidentally, was that on purpose or?
Yeah, because that's what we were listening to, and it just went with the vibe of what we were doing.
Take Care. Take Care was the CD I listened to when I was designing half those T-shirts that I was designing. Take Care was in half of the intro tracks. I think we had a party. What was the party? Take a Shot for Me. Take a Shot for Me was a party that we threw. So Take Care was the soundtrack to everything that we did back then. Yeah. And I think that's what kind of gave us our edge because everybody was trying to throw like trill parties, and we were the only ones that were like, "How about we just throw like shit that girls like because we want them to come."
That's it. So Take Care has a different meaning for me. So yes, Take Care would be anything on here. Take Care for me beats Carter 2 because I listen to that song differently, listen to the album differently. But
I think Take Care beats Carter 2. I think Take Care beats Carter 2 because it's just a better album.
I see. I have to agree. I can't not agree with that right now. So yeah.
I just feel like it's just evolution, bro. And the natural fact is this: Drake has an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
The nigga can rap very well, and he can sing. Lil Wayne tried to sing, it didn't work for me. I don't know if you like that. Was the prom queen? Is the prom queen? Or was My Letter So Soft? My Letter So Soft.
I like that song actually.
But I go so high.
I do too.
So I mean, that's actually a good song.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Kind of is.
It's actually worse. It's actually worse.
It actually is a really good song.
I teach his own, man. Teach his own. We definitely have different years. So we've established that back when we were
The Drought 3. Like, think about that album, The Drought 3, and all the songs. And then, like, think about all the other people that made songs.
I like 2 more than 3, I think.
Did you? I like The Drought 3. That was like, this is why I'm high. I think 2 was ride for my niggas.
It was like
Drought 2.
Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Like,
is that Sky's the Limit? Is that Drought 2?
Like,
is that Drought 2?
Knock It Over.
But did it have Replacement Girl, City's Mine, Barry Bonds style, Going Into Life, Where To Now?
Yeah, Wayne's mixtapes are way better than Drake's. Yeah, I would that what you're talking about right now. I would much rather listen to any of the mixtapes Wayne.
No, listen, Wayne definitely, because he had no choice. So yes, Wayne definitely has better mixtapes than Drake. Drake just makes better albums.
Yeah, like Drake also has a better formula.
Listen, even in albums where he just straight raps, like what If You're Reading This Is Too Late or whatever, they're just better albums in my personal opinion. Even the Future album, I mean, it was really nonsense, but I mean,
Drake's the only nigga that has had to change how he raps his whole career.
Drake has changed how he's rapped the entire
Not
time.
Really. He's Drake raps like Drake raps.
No,
like he doesn't really change. He hasn't changed.
In fact, one of the reasons why Meek Mill's claim.
Oh yeah, let's bring that up. He's a ghostwriter. He's not rapping them by himself. That's what Wayne's better. Wayne's not ghostwriting, fella. That's right.
He's using sample tracks, bro.
No. Drake has a ghostwriter. That's right. I forgot all about
your boy made a hook. Let me ask you this, Chris. Do you know how music is made?
No,
Tim, I know. Tim, I know you know how music is made. Mm-hmm. So you understand how music is made? Do you think all these superstars just?
But
Wayne doesn't have a ghostwriter.
To speak to those, yeah,
don't know that, Chris.
It was different times.
We do know. Drake has a ghostwriter.
Chris,
but I mean,
Chris,
there was a big allegation against Lil Wayne saying like when he came.
Oh, wait a minute! Hold on. Tim. No, let me do it. Can I do it? Can I do it?
Yeah, because you love that.
Who the fuck is Gilly the Kid, Chris? How did he go from rapping like Juvenile and High and all that shit to all of a sudden go DJ and spinning with all these?
Because he became a better rapper. That's why.
No, Chris, shut the fuck up because he fucking stole everything.
Hey,
how come after Carter 2?
Can you prove it?
Gilly, you can literally just listen to the nigga talk and realize that.
Is it on sheet? Is it on paper? Can you Google
Where's
it?
the stat?
I guarantee Gilly has writing credits on Carter 1 and Carter 2.
Well, show me.
I guarantee he has.
All right, I bet he don't.
Chris,
I bet he don't.
When we post this fucking clip, I'm gonna post his writing credits. I guarantee Gilly has writing credits on that. I guarantee Gilly has writing credits.
And if he doesn't, I want to see those. I want to see those posts.
It didn't happen out of nowhere, Chris. I mean, obviously it happened. And honestly,
listen to me.
Listen.
If I don't see it, it didn't happen.
Okay, and then let's be clear. Let's be clear.
If you didn't post it, it didn't.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Drake got accused from stealing from getting a sample hook from one artist, and the artist came out and said, "Yes, I wrote the hook." Just like 50 Cent wrote "Hate It or Love It," the hook. The Game wrote his lyrics. Game still spat. It is what it is.
Ghostwriter.
The Game.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean,
listen,
the new Game is all Ghostwriter.
But Lil Wayne is definitely listen. Like at the end of the day, like everyone knows that. Like it's almost like everyone knows. It's kind of the thing that you don't care about.
Someone on your back, nigga. You all right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows Gilly the Kid pretty much wrote Carter 1 and Carter 2.
I don't.
That's why he sounds different on Carter 3.
Prove it.
That's why he sounds different on Carter 4. That's why he sounds.
Carter 3 was his best-selling one, so that might be a good thing.
But but Lil Wayne doesn't go on a run without Carter 1 or Carter 2.
Yeah.
Without Go DJ, we're not having this conversation.
Go DJ.
Without Go DJ, Lil Wayne is still.
DJ.
Without Go DJ, Lil Wayne is still the block is hot. That's what Lil Wayne is doing. He's still saying Lil Wody. Like how does he go from saying Wody in every track and all of a sudden now
because he's fucking 15.
He's cultured. He's traveled.
He's 15 to like a 20-year-old, man. What are you talking about?
Like he's from the East Coast.
Exactly. That's where he vacations. He summers there.
Lil Wayne
he's
learned how to
not.
rap. Lil Wayne learned how to rap. Lil Wayne learned how to rap. You learn how to
Alright,
rap.
call it
I give it
what
to
you
him. You learn how to rap. You talk about ghostwriting. I can't believe you bring up ghostwriting.
I just want you to bring those credits up. That's all I need you to do. You keep talking. I just want you to bring the credits.
Sure
I'm sure you're pretty sure it don't mean nothing to me. I need you to bring it up.
Man.
Okay, bring up all the lyrics that your boy wrote for Drake.
What boy wrote for Drake?
Oh no!
Lil
So
Wayne.
you say that Drake has a ghostwriter? So who's the ghostwriter number one?
I can show you. I'll bring. I can post. Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
That's no problem.
And then you need to bring up all the things that he wrote, since it's so obvious.
No
if I have to bring up writing credits, you have to bring up writing credits too, right? You have to bring up writing credits too, right?
No problem.
Okay, cool. So we'll go writing credit for writing credit.
Yeah, writing credit. Right. I'm gonna show you what Drake did. I just want you to prove to me Lil Wayne did it.
I'm here for it. I am here for
So
it.
all in all, I feel that Drake is obviously better because he can sing, and Lil Wayne can't. So at the end of the day, it's over. It's not even like a fair argument. I think Lil Wayne cannot be as good as Drake and still be in the Mount Rushmore because he deserves to be in someone's top 10 or 15 or 20. He's not in mine, but he deserves that. He's done enough to be in someone's top 10 or top 5. That's top 5 is crazy, but maybe at least in someone's top 10. I think he definitely deserves that, right?
Top 10.
I'll give him top 5. I mean, like if you just like take out like all the business and stuff and go for track, like his catalog's pretty.
So okay, so all right, so so Tim, in your top 5, who would it be?
Ooh,
All time.
let's see.
All time is a little rough. So I guess you have.
Dialogue.
You guess you have to go all time.
Dialogue.
He spits out.
Okay.
No. Let's see. Have to do Nas. Just insane.
So you get Nas and Drake. Get Nas and Jay-Z out of there. If Jay-Z is one of the, we know.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So are we talking about like current?
We know someone here doesn't like Jay-Z.
No man. So I'll do
Fuck Jay-Z.
There's someone here.
You can suck my dick.
Can we not like do that unnecessarily?
No, it's my 6ix9ine moment.
So we get wasted edits for no reason. Like I don't like. All right, go ahead, continue.
Oh man, I'll do the current top 5, right? So or our era.
I think all time would be better because I think he's gonna be current, right?
Rappers,
have to be.
all-time rappers.
All-time rappers.
You can't say Nas and Jay-Z and none of them niggas no more.
Yeah. So who's off limits? Like what?
No, I'm just saying, just get them out the way. Like you already know that they're gonna take at least one or 2 of your slots. So,
shit, that's rough. I don't know. Nah, he does make the bubble.
He missed 5. He missed 5. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
Who you got?
Well,
Who you got? I got mine is gonna be Jay Electronica, KRS-One, Lil Wayne, Drake, and J. Cole.
So so I have gotta have the bigs of the East and the West, the Nas, I would even put I have to put can I do that? Maybe even definitely Kendrick. For that 5th seat, that's tough.
So y'all put Wayne over DMX?
I wasn't. I don't know DMX's like full.
I like
spec.
DMX.
I was only there for like two albums.
His songs are hit and miss. It's like his the albums. Like if you listen to an album, you won't want to listen to a full album straight through. Like you'll skip songs.
Maybe. For me, Dark and Hell is Hot, I can listen to the whole album.
Straight through?
Yes. And then there was X.
Hit and miss.
And then there was
there was X.
And then there was X. I can listen to
Yeah.
that, most of that. There's only a handful of songs that I don't listen to.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't
Blood on my
listen to
blood,
motherfuckers
flesh to
straight
my
through.
flesh. I will say that predominantly Slippings is the reason why that album got my money. But I mean, there's a lot of songs on there that are really good on there.
I should have thrown Tupac in there, but I guess we can't put Tupac and Biggie. They weren't options.
Well,
right?
I mean, I think if you do that, he's not going to make the top 5.
He doesn't.
Because if you put Nas J, Big, Pac, right? Then if we're gonna go into newer acts, like I don't know. Well, Lil Wayne is definitely over 50.
He's better than 50.
Yeah,
he's better than.
He's
50.
definitely over 50. He's definitely over 50. He's definitely over 50. But then I'm looking at new cats. I mean, I like Kendrick. I like Cole.
I think that would be a good
their
verse,
music.
though.
50 Wayne.
Well, yeah, Cole speaks more to me than anyone else because I kind of get where he's coming from.
Well, yeah,
it's easy to relate.
He made college rap while we were in college. He made college songs.
No, just I remember the first thing I heard was the Lost Ones, and I was just like, yo, that shit's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so I mean, to me, it's like after you do the 4, then it's like for me, Kendrick Cole, obviously me, Drake, the 6, maybe that. No, yeah. So Drake, and then at one point in time, I thought Wale was going to make the list, but he didn't. So
he just never.
It just became real cool to just not like Wale.
Lupe,
became real cool. Oh shit, Lupe. Fuck.
You know who's really fucking Big Sean?
Did you see me? I looked away like
that hurts my feelings that we can't put him there.
What you say?
Lupe? Yeah.
Big Sean. Big Sean is actually nice as fuck.
Lupe is one of the best rappers.
I can't put him up there though.
He can't. Big Sean? I can't put Big Sean either.
He has a lot of fucking if you listen to his rap, just listen to his shit.
I do. Spitting. I ride to Big Sean, but
he's spitting is just I don't know. It's
he doesn't get enough credit. He doesn't get enough credit at all because he's spitting for him and old girl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I put him like 11 spot.
11 spot?
Nah, he's not that.
Y'all put Big Sean over. Y'all put Big Sean over Fabulous?
Nah.
Nah.
Don't.
I mean, 11 spot over Fabulous. I mean, I don't know.
I really want to be with you, and I gotta be with you.
Hey man, that was at the time. That works.
Man.
But I can't let you go.
But I gotta let you go. Man.
But I don't. I mean, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne probably can squeak into the top 10. He can squeak into the top 10. Yeah, he can squeak into the top 10. Yeah.
We're talking like top 5, nigga.
Yeah. He's not my top 5, bro.
You take out real rappers. If Tupac and Biggie and all these niggas still alive, none of these other rappers would exist. So.
Listen, I'm not speaking in this hyperbolic universe that you live in. I'm speaking of the universe that we live in now. So it exists.
I agree though.
Their catalogs are there.
If we're gonna omit those
4.
guys, then yes, they make the top 5. We omit the guys that are already in like the Hall of Fame.
Like that's what I was saying, like the legends.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fames.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess you have to do that for them to make your top 5. That's fine. Okay, cool.
Drake doesn't make that top 5. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, Chris, you just don't understand good music.
So Drake makes your top 5 with those legends in there?
Drake doesn't make my top 5. He makes the top 10. He doesn't make the top 5.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Drake is going to listen.
Wayne will make your top 10.
By the time Drake is done, Drake is going to be probably just like Chris Brown.
Set himself up amazingly. Yes.
Chris Brown.
By the time he's done, just like Chris Brown, by the time Chris Brown and Drake are done, they're probably going to be the greatest artists we've ever seen. By the time they're retired.
When I said that shit a couple weeks ago, you're like, "Oh, that sounds stupid."
I said Chris Brown was not better than Mike.
I never said. I said he is today's Michael. That's all I said.
And I said I can't connect him to Mike. He's not there yet. For me, he's not. But
he is the greatest this generation has ever seen.
I'm older. He's not better than Drake. You think Chris Brown better than Drake?
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because he sings and raps.
No, he doesn't.
And dances.
He dances.
What are you
I would
talking
say
about?
dance.
He sings, raps, and dances, Mark. So he has this. He's a 3-trick pony.
I mean,
No, no.
You just
wouldn't
said
bet- I
you
wouldn't
like
bet on him
Wayne. You
rapping,
like Drake better
but-
because he sings.
Okay.
Okay, Chris Brown sings and raps and
Yeah,
dances.
but he doesn't sing and rap and dance on every album, and you can't hear him dancing, dumbass.
He
So
kind of does.
obviously, that argument doesn't.
Damn near on
you can
every
hear him,
song
you can hear him
he
dancing
raps now.
now.
He's a
Okay,
better
now.
performer. Well, doesn't being a performer go into being an artist?
An artist.
Have you
yeah.
gone? Have you gone to Chris Brown's concert?
I have actually.
I have.
I have actually. So that was I actually have.
It was mostly
And you
because of
are
Fabulous.
and you are a loser.
No, I actually had to go at my
You
sister's
are
place
a
because she
loser.
got grounded in high school, and I went with all my sister's friends, and I was like, "That's the best thing I've ever seen."
How old were you?
I was in high school. I don't know how old I was. 15, 16 years old, some shit like that.
Nah,
I
wouldn't.
break dancing on stage.
I
and shit.
went
was
and
like,
seen
"Oh,
him like
shit."
right when I got back to Kansas.
Yeah, I say Chris Brown was definitely going to be. I mean, listen, Chris Brown obviously is going to be a better performer. Obviously, that's just a thing.
100.
They said Wayne's a better performer than Drake too. By the way, just throw that out there.
Is he?
Yeah,
I don't
know.
That's you can Google it. I googled it before I got on here. He said he's a
I
better
mean,
performer than Drake.
Drake does more like stage
Stuff. He just
dynamics.
throws a lot of money. At it.
Yeah.
That's all he
Oh,
does.
shit.
Right. Lil Wayne is a better performer than Drake.
I can see that.
There
I can
you
see,
go.
but I feel like
That nigga better not be talking shit.
uh oh, Matrix.